Can you go through the list?
Oh, you can just put a videotape it. Take a look at everything there.
There's a couple of people that actually want copies of this.
That's everything there. Okay, so what I want you guys to set it up as is the common care items should be on the table beside the client as you're doing the foot care. So that at the end of the skill, when it's time to give them their common care items, you don't have to take your wet, nasty, lotiony gloves and handle the common care items. Now, if you forget this, I would recommend changing your gloves before handling the common care items. But that's an extra step. Why do it? Start the task off with the common care items next to the client. Because all your materials that you need, this, and this, and this, and this, it's not going to be here. It's going to be down here on the floor. You guys are going to be working down here on the floor. So the table can just be right beside the client the whole time with their little stuff right here ready to go. Easy, so at the end of the skill, you're done. Plan ahead. Think ahead. Plan ahead. But it's not a pass or fail. It's not going to hurt you if you forget it. Just remember that if you do forget the common care items, have them at the end of the skill, and make sure you change your gloves before you put them on the table. Because your gloves are going to be kind of nasty at the end of the skill. There's no avoiding that. So, here we go. Your client's going to be sitting here in the stationary chair. They're going to have one of their shoes and socks off. You don't have to take them off to them. The proctor will have them remove them themselves. Okay? Your job will be to get your materials all ready to go. Remember, the stuff's going to be in the room, all set. If you need help finding something, just call the proctor. Hey, where are the white bins? Oh, they're under there. Okay, I got it. You're all set. Okay? Take the white bin. Now, remember, we all know the introduction. We've seen it 5 times already. Hi, I'm Edward. I'm the first choice. Blah, blah, blah. We know that part. Make sure that you wash your hands. Put your gloves on, because there's water involved. Provide your privacy, and we're ready to start. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get some water for you. You got your shoe and sock off already, so I'll be right back to have you check out water. So you leave the room, fill this about halfway full with warm water. Okay, warm water, remember warm water. Bring it back in, have them check the water. How's that feel? Feels good. Okay, great. Now we got our warm water. Now, let's take that big privacy towel, bath towel, whatever we're going to call it, and we're going to put it down underneath their feet. We have a nice, clean, dry place to put their feet. Throughout the skill. Just like that. Towel down underneath their area. Here's where it gets important. Next thing you have to do, this is something a lot of people miss, is you have to inspect their foot for any issues, problems, or pain, or anything like this. There's 2 key things they're looking for. I've recently been made aware of this, so I'm adding this to my training. They're looking for, not only are you going to say you have any pain or sensitive areas, I'm going to ask that question because if they do have something wrong with their feet, you need to know about it before you start, right? But you also have to visually inspect their heel and between their toes. So you check the heel and between the toes. They're actually checking for these things now. They didn't used to, they are now. So heel and between the toes. And then also ask them, do you have any pain or sensitive areas? Or is there any issues with your feet I need to know about? And if there are, you tell them, hey, I'm really ticklish. Tell them that. Because if you are, and they start doing foot care and you go like that, it's good to know, oh, she's ticklish, not, oh, she's hurting her. You know what I mean? So, tell them. So, ask them the question and inspect the heel in between the toes. Once you've done that, you're free to start playing. So we'll get their foot, put it in the water. Splash. Their foot's in the warm water. We're going to let it soak for 10 minutes. We just say 10 minutes, obviously. We don't say 10 minutes. So we say, okay, within 10 minutes, take their foot out of the water. Once their foot's out of the water, it never goes back in the water for any reason. Remember that. We never put it back in the water. It's out of the water. We got it holding. We're keeping it over the water, so the dripping falls in the water. We don't want to stick it over here where it's going to get the towel wet. So keep it over the water, but it never goes back in the water.
One of the points says it's supposed to be rinsing, make sure that I rinse between the toes and whatever. So should I be like touching in between the toes in there when I'm rinsing and make a note? Because it says rinse, remove soap from foot and in between toes.
Yep.
Do I visualize? Do I?
No, you really do. You really do.
Am I actually rinsing their foot in the water?
No, it never goes back in the water.
Once I rinse through, oh, that's a wash.
Yes. Yeah, during 10 minutes, you just soak the foot. That's it. Foot sits in the water.
Okay.
Nothing else is done.
Okay.
Foot comes out of the water. Now you begin to actually take care of the foot. But while it's in the water, you just leave it alone.
Okay.
Sits in the water.
That's what you said.
All right, step 1. we're going to wash the foot. Then we're going to rinse the foot. Then we're going to dry the foot. Okay? So step 1.
Can we use the mannequin foot or no?
No, you really do a real person.
No, I mean you. Okay.
Oh, I'm just going to show with my shoe.
Oh, okay.
Here's the bin. Here's their foot. Okay? So step 1, we're going to wash the foot. That washcloth is going to be a clean, dry washcloth. No soap, no water, no nothing on this washcloth. Clean, dry washcloth goes in the water. Take it out. Then you're going to put soap on the washcloth. Soap goes on the washcloth. Okay? Rub it in. Now, while you're doing this, the person's holding their foot above the water. They don't have to put it back in. Any human being with any, in this room will be able to hold their foot there for 15 seconds if need be. If for some reason they can't, which some people can't, have them set their foot on the towel while you do this. Because you can't obviously hold the foot and do the washcloth at the same time. But most people can hold their foot here for the few seconds it takes to put soap on the washcloth. So the foot's here, it never goes back in the water. Remember, we soaked it in, we put soap on it. Now that it's got soap on it, this never goes back in the water either. This only goes in the water one time. That's to get it wet. Once it's wet, it has soap, no more in the water. So now we're going to wash the foot. Wash the top, the heel, the ankle, wash between the toes, the sole of the foot, the whole thing. Wash the whole foot, including between the toes. They're watching for this. When you've washed the foot, throw it away in the hamper. You don't need that anymore. Only use one time. Next step is we're going to rinse the foot. The way we rinse it is holding the foot with one hand, take the other hand, and you cup the water up, and you rinse the foot off. Cup it, rinse it off. Cup it, rinse it off. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? I know, but for the test, it's the way they want to see you do it. Because what the reasoning is behind the test is, as long as nothing goes in this water is still considered clean. So once you put it in, take it back out, the water is instantly clean again for the test. Remember, it's like I wash my hands. I didn't really do it, but I just say I do it. The water's clean until you contaminate it by putting something back into it. So it's always clean unless you think otherwise. This is test logic. Obviously, in the real world, I'd recommend using 2 bins, the way they show you in the videos. But this is the easiest way it is for the test to still get a perfect score. So that's why I teach it this way for the test. Jose, you had a question?
Yeah, no gloves?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, gloves. Yes, water, gloves. I just don't put gloves on because I'm lazy. But for the actual test, you will wear gloves, for sure, for sure. So we've washed the foot. Now we scoop and rinse and scoop and rinse and scoop and rinse. If you don't want to scoop and rinse because you're just like, I don't want to get my hands all nasty and messy, grab a cup and use the cup and scoop with a cup and rinse with a cup. Scoop with a cup, rinse the cup. Throw the cup away when you're done, of course. That's perfectly acceptable. Or if you want to do things the hard way, but you just prefer it this way, go get a second bin. There's 2 white bins for a reason. You can go fill up another bin, have them check the water, use the second bin to rinse the foot, then you have 2 bins to clean up at the end. It adds about another minute and a half to your test time. But if you want to do things the longer way just because you like it better that way, no consequences to it. Perfectly acceptable. Again, I'm showing you just the easiest way to do this and still get 100%. So we've scooped, we've rinsed, we've cleaned the foot, including between the toes. Okay? Now we're going to dry the foot off. So let's dry the foot. So we're going to pat, 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 pat the whole foot dry, including between the toes. Again, pat between the toes. Dry the foot off completely. When you're done drying it, whoop, throw it away. Don't need that anymore either. Now we can move the bin away because the water is no longer an issue. Now we're simply doing nail care. So you can set their foot directly on the towel. That's what it's there for. Bin's out of the way. Now we're just going to do nail care. So we're going to start off with the little nail file. Now keep in mind people's toenails and toes are more sensitive than fingernails. So be careful on this skill. Okay? Don't jab or jam or anything like that. Be very delicate when you scrape under the nail and then clean down the towel each time. So scrape under the nail and just wipe it on the towel. Scrape the nail, wipe it on the towel. But remember to scrape and then wipe each time. Scrape the nail, wipe the towel. Scrape the nail, wipe the towel.
And again with the flat side, right?
And use, yes, the sideways pointy side. Not the up and down pointy. The sideways pointy is the one you want to use for the nail.
Okay.
So after you scrape and wipe each nail, all 5 of them, you're done. Whoop, throw that away. Don't need that anymore. And when I say throw it away, what I mean is if you want to grab the garbage can and have it right next to you, and grab the hamper and put it right next to you, do that. Grab the stuff, put it right next to you. It's all modular. Where's the pound? Just move it over, put it by you, so the stuff you can just chuck it as you work. Make things easy on you as you want to. If you want to get up and walk to the garbage can every time, that's on you, but not necessary. Bring it all to you, so it's easier. Okay? Next, we're to file the nails. With toenails, we don't often have a side and a side. We usually just have a front. Most people's toenails aren't long enough that you can actually even file the side of them. So just file the front of the nail. Just do a good job. Nice brisk motions across the front of the nail, just like that. Okay? And when you're done, the nail should feel filed. It should feel a little bit sandy, like it was just filed.
Never going back over
Remember,
the flat,
never
right?
do the chicka. Don't go back and forth like that, because all that does is split the nail. It doesn't do a good job filing the nail that they want for the test. So just do nice brisk motions filing the nail. Do all 5 nails. If your pinky toenail is too small to file, then just tell the proctor, say, I'd prefer to not have my pinky toenail filed because it hurts or it's too small. Some people's pinky toes are very, very small and sensitive. So don't be shy about saying that. If you don't want your pinky nail filed, just tell them you don't want it filed, and she's not going to push the subject. But at least if you get the main ones, you're all right. And you're done with that? Whoop, throw it away. Don't need any more. Say, yes, sir.
So on foot care, we're gonna wash his legs and then do his nails.
You're going to wash the foot, not the legs, just the foot.
Just the foot?
And then you're going to wash the foot, then you're going to rinse the foot,
Yeah.
then you're going to dry the foot, then scrape the nails clean, and then file the nails. That's the steps in order. Once we've done the nails, we clean them, we file them, then we're going to ask them, would you like some lotion? And they say, yes, please. And then you squirt a little bit of lotion onto your gloves. You don't need a lot. A dab-sized amount, about that much is good. That's good. Because remember, a little's going to go a long way. Because the foot's already still damp, your gloves are wet. It's going to take a while to soak the lotion into the feet. So rub it into your gloves, make sure it gets nice and warm, and then smooth it onto their feet. Smooth it onto their feet. Get their heel and the sides and the soles and everything, but stay away from the toes. Everything else, you're going to do toes. But with the lotion, stay away from the toes. Don't lotion the toes, don't lotion the tips, don't lotion between them. Completely stay away from the toes. Just on the off chance that you might accidentally get some lotion between the toes, and then you got to start all over cleaning the whole foot again. So don't fall into that trap.
Washing the tops of them?
No, don't lotion the toes at all. Stay completely away from the toes for the test. For the really, really real world, you can lotion the toes. Just don't put lotion between the toes. But for the test, I advise stay away from the toes completely. Just so the proctor doesn't look and think you got lotion between the toes. Okay? So when you're done, you've lotioned all their feet, staying away from the toes, you're done. Put their foot down. Now we're just going to clean up. So we've already disposed of linens, thrown away the orange sticks and everything. Now we're just going to have to tidy up a few things. So grab the lotion, grab the soap, put it back wherever you got it from. Usually it's on the nightstand beside the bed. Same place you put the common care items when you have the client laying in bed. So you just put it back on the nightstand beside the bed. This stuff is already ready to go, so you don't have to worry about touching that. So now we'll go ahead and tidy this up. Take it to the kitchen sink, dump it out, just rinse it. That's all I gotta do, just rinse it. And then tell the proctor, if I was in the client's home, I would clean and disinfect this. Stick it on the counter. That's it.
This is all brand,
Yeah,
the last time I was here,
Yeah, I know.
all, okay.
It's like I said, it's because other testing centers don't know how to properly teach people to disinfect things. So they were just like washing it with water and putting it back in the room, or they weren't washing it at all. There was mouth care bins not getting properly. It was just very unsanitary because not everyone is trained to be sanitary. Not everyone comes from areas of the world that allow sanitation to be even taught. So it was bad. They were not doing it right. So they said now the proctor is responsible for sanitizing everything, even though it was never a problem as first choice, because you all know how strict I am about sanitizing stuff. Most of you guys remember how I'm about the mouth care bin, right? The boiling water, the hot water, not necessary anymore, but it used to be, so you guys remember that. For now, just rinse, tell the proctor you would clean and disinfect it, and set it on the counter. At the end of your skill, she will clean and disinfect it herself. So that's all set. Come back in the room. Your partner now will have their shoe and sock back on. The proctor tells them to do it. You don't have to put them back on. So you grab the towel, throw it in the hamper with all the other stuff. I'm just folding it because all this thing's pretty. You guys don't have to. So just throw it in the hamper. That's all done. Okay. So your partner's got their common care items. So you got your book, your phone, and your water. Is there anything else you need? Nope, I'm good. Okay. So I take off my gloves. Really take off your gloves for real. Throw them away. Just vocalize. I wash my hands. And next time we'll look around. Task complete. That's foot care.
How